Hi everyone, this is Lon Montgomery, president of GetFocusToday.com, bringing you another segment for the Extreme Power Focus System. Today's lesson, we're going to talk about focus motivation. Motivation is defined as the process that initiates and guides us to move forward, to achieve our goals. Whether our goal is to simply get a glass of water or to create a Fortune 500 company, it is what helps us to focus and to keep moving towards completing our goals. Now, when it comes to proper motivation, there are many factors that play a role. At this time, I want you to pull out your worksheet as we work through what actually creates focus motivation. So go ahead, pull out your worksheet and follow along as we talk about focus motivation. For you understand that whatever motivates you to take action is what's going to keep you on task throughout this journey of learning not just how to focus, but also how to increase your productivity and eventually be able to turn your priorities into profits. And so think about it this way. How well do you organize your thoughts? How well do you organize your tasks? In other words, are you able to prioritize your thoughts, your actions, and be able to move from point A to point B? The fuel that would allow you to stay the course is motivation. Now, from a business standpoint, self-motivation is not always easy to obtain or maintain. Getting and staying motivated to accomplish important tasks can be challenging for most, especially on a daily basis. With that in mind, it is important that we learn how to get ourselves motivated and focused on achieving our outcomes, even when we are lacking the initiative to take action. And that leads us to not just motivation, but inspiration, which is principle number two. Principle number one, we talked about, is motivation, which is defined as the process that initiates and guides us to move forward in order to achieve our goals. Next, we're talking about inspiration. Inspiration is one of the best motivators you can have, especially when it comes to pursuing your business goals. When you're feeling less than motivated to complete the task at hand, it's important to remind yourself of what it is you're trying to achieve. When you focus on the end in mind, you can often remotivate yourself to reach your objective. For example, focus on the benefits. Some goals and objectives take longer to accomplish than others. For example, you may have a goal, or what I call a focus point, of getting your degree. And maybe it takes you 4 years, maybe 5 years or 6 years, depending on your major. And so that's a long-term goal. And you're going to need to be able to stay not just motivated, but find the inspiration to keep the course. So trying to stay focused on long-term goals, as I mentioned earlier, can in fact be challenging. You may find it hard to maintain your enthusiasm. When this happens, it's important to remind yourself, what's the reason behind my long-term goal or outcome, as well as the benefits. For example, when I obtain my degree, I will be able to do A, B, or C. The benefits of reaching that long-term goal. This will help you sustain your focus and motivation long enough to accomplish the necessary task needed to reach the outcome. For example, here are some tactics or some strategies that you can implement. Now, write these down in your workbook. Number one, don't struggle alone. One of the key ingredients, if it were, to being successful in life and in business is not going in by yourself. So, having an accountability partner, having someone to keep you focused, to keep you on task, will give you the support, the inspiration, and motivation that you need to be successful. So, seek out the support of those close to you as well of those that are like-minded individuals. So they can provide encouragement through the rough time and also help celebrate in the good times. Second, remind yourself, what was it that made you decide to go into business for yourself? Don't be afraid to spend a couple of days reevaluating the reasons and write those reasons down that you wanted to start your business and reflect on your goals that initially you set out to achieve. For example, this is a little later we talk about vision board and why it's important to have that vision board in front of you on a daily basis that you can look at it and determine periodically, why am I doing what I'm doing? What is my big why behind what I'm doing? Also, take time to remember what motivated you in the first place. For example, maybe you set out starting a business to give you time freedom. Maybe you wanted to earn a certain amount of money. Whatever that big why is that initially got you motivated, you need to write those down and literally post them on your refrigerator. Matter of fact, in my house, I have my short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals posted on my refrigerator as well as posted in the restroom. That's all over the place. And that's to serve as a constant reminder of why it is that I am pursuing success. Because if you don't have those goals in front of you, you're going to hit a rough patch. Life will happen, and it's very important to have those goals in front of you to keep you motivated and provide you with inspiration. And finally, as we conclude this segment, don't forget to reward yourself for accomplishing small tasks. In other words, let's say you have a major goal, and that goal is to, and going back to the example of finishing your college degree. Well, maybe you start out taking 3 classes and you've completed the class, you got an A. Celebrate that success. Don't wait till the end, but celebrate that success. Well, this concludes this portion on, are you motivated to change? And I will see you in the next lesson.